Hello and welcome to Poetry Prompts. I'm Waterstones Children's Laureate Joseph Coelho, and I love poetry and I want you to love poetry too. Poetry comes to life when it is put up on its feet. When you sing the words of a song, you are singing the lyrics, and we get the word lyrics from the fact that in ancient Greece, poems were read to the sound of an instrument called the lyra. So lyrics are basically poetry read to music. Poems are meant to be read out loud, so today we are going to read some poems out loud. You can read a poem you have written or something someone else has written. It can be a little bit thrilling to read a poem out loud, so we are going to be doing it all together. So if you're in a classroom, everyone in your classroom will be reading out loud different things all at the same time. If you're at home, then get whoever is home with you to read something out loud too. It's going to get a little bit noisy, but it's going to be fun. So first of all, get a poem to read. If you don't have one to hand, don't worry. You can read from a newspaper or a magazine or from your screen, because I'm going to put one of my poems on the screen just in case you don't have anything to read at hand. When I say go, I want you to start reading out loud. But if you can, I don't want you to stay seated. If you can, I'd like you to walk around the space you are in whilst you are reading, being very careful to look where you are stepping. I want you to walk whilst you read because it can help you to feel the words in your whole body. You can read loudly or quietly, it's up to you. But when I say freeze, you have to stop. I'm then going to give you a new instruction to read out loud in a slightly different way, and you can't stop to think about it, you just have to do it. Are you ready? If not, pause the video and grab a poem to read. If you don't have anything, you can read this poem, which will be up on the screen in a moment. Okay, after 3, I want you to start reading. 1, 2, 3, go. Freeze! Have you frozen? Did you freeze? I hope so. I want you to keep reading, but this time do so in a very angry voice. Off you go. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Well done. I could feel the anger coming through the screen. I want you to keep reading, but this time in a sad voice. Are you ready? Off you go. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Well done. I hope you're all okay. I could hear the sadness riding through the sky. Don't worry, we won't be sad any longer. I now want you to try your happiest voice ever. Are you ready? Off you go. Freeze! Now, I want you to do something a bit different. I want you to read in a robot's voice. Are you ready? Off you go. And stop. I hope you had fun reading poems using different voices. If you like, you can keep playing. Just get your teacher or someone at home to keep shouting, freeze, and to suggest different voices for you to read in. You could read your poem in a monster's voice, or a witch's voice, or a very relaxed voice, or a super nervous voice. Trying out different voices in this way helps us practice our performance skills. Oh, that's the poetry power-up sound, which means it's time for an extra challenge for your poem. This week, my challenge to you is to read a poem out loud by yourself in front of someone. It might just be one person. It might be two people. You might read a poem to a whole room of people. When you are reading your poem, have a think about the different voices you used today. Could you read part of your poem using a happy voice? Could you read part in a shy voice or a confused voice? Play around with different voices and discover just how fun poetry can be.